Taking your toddler to Magic Kingdom sounds like a meltdown just waiting to happen. But this day actually worked, and I'm going to show you why. I'll walk you through my day with my 2-year-old, showing the order of rides that we did, how we'd avoided long lines without lightning lanes, when we slowed down, and what I would never do again with my toddler. Hi, I'm Christina, mom of 3, and I want to help you have the most magical vacation possible, especially when you're coming to Magic Kingdom with a toddler. And even though Magic Kingdom is the most toddler-friendly park, it's a lot. So let's start from the beginning. The very beginning of the day, I recommend getting to the park early, because morning time is the time where your toddler is least likely to have a meltdown. Usually. There is a Christmas tree and Christmas music playing and all this Christmas decorations, and it is mid-January. So, if you want to celebrate Christmas here, it's fine getting into the new year. So, how early should you get here? Well, I recommend getting here 30 minutes before you can get into the park. So, park today opens at 9 a.m. And if you are a hotel guest, you can get in at 8:30. So I recommend getting to the entrance at 8 a.m. If you are not a hotel guest, like me, then 8:30 is good. And that way you can get a lot done in the first 2 hours of park opening and kind of coast throughout the day. What should you do first thing when you get here? Well, there's coffee at Starbucks right here on Main Street. Or if you have little kids, like more than just the one, I recommend doing Peter Pan, because that gets a long way throughout the day, and early morning you're usually pretty good. Or if you have bigger kids or kids at heart with you, then you might want to consider doing Rider Switch from the very beginning and hit a big ride, like doing Seven Dwarfs Mine Train or Tron Light Cycle Run in Tomorrowland. Those are great options. So if you do Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, you can get Rider Switch, which I will explain a little bit later. And while you wait for most of your party to be on the ride, you can do like Winnie the Pooh with your toddler. Or for Light Cycle Run, you can do People Mover or Buzz Lightyear when it's open. It's currently closed. But I'm not going to do any of those options because it is just me and my 2-year-old. So we are actually going to be heading to Adventureland, and we are going to be making our way around the park, starting with Jungle Cruise. Jungle Cruise usually gets a pretty long wait throughout the day, and it's very toddler friendly, so it's a great thing to do early in the morning. Now I have to confess, I did not follow my own rule, and that's actually a mistake most people make, is that they don't plan for commute time. If you're staying at Disney World, Magic Kingdom is kind of far from everywhere, unless you're staying at the Contemporary. So it's good to allow about an hour commute time. And if you're like me, getting out the door with a toddler, it's challenging. So I got here late. Truth be told, it is 9:30. I meant to be here an hour ago. So we're still gonna have a good day though, and I'm gonna show you how. I have not checked the wait time, so we're just gonna be surprised. But I recommend checking the wait times throughout the day on the My Disney Experience app. And stroller parking to Jungle Cruise is located just to the left of the ride. Alright, I am rethinking my plan. It is a 40-minute wait for Jungle Cruise, and I don't wait more than 30 with my toddler. So we're gonna do a different ride. Yeah? Aladdin! Okay, so we're gonna continue on to my second ride planned for the day, which is not the ideal ride to start off with a toddler. Pirates of the Caribbean, because there is a slight drop and it's a little dark, but you know, once she gets to the singing pirates portion, she's good. And stroller parking for Pirates is located right outside here in the walkway. Are we gonna go on a boat? Boat. Yeah, we're gonna go on a boat. Pirates of the Caribbean is a slow-moving boat ride with, like I said, a small dip, a little waterfall going, and singing pirates and pillaging and plundering. The wait times ebb and flow throughout the day, so afternoon it gets pretty long. Morning it's 5 minutes to walk on right now. And in the evening time, the waits go down a lot too. Yeah, boat! Hola. No, not that ride. Pirates! Fun fact, that is actually Jeffrey Rush who plays Barbossa. That's his voice. And sometimes you get more wet from the cannon fire than you did from the little waterfall.
Chicken, I will not talk!
See goats? See the goats? Donkey. Doggy. Come on, babies. Come on. Okay, she did great. But yeah, 40 minutes for a jungle cruise and an hour after park opening. That's why it's so important to get here early so that you do less waiting and more fun rides so you can coast throughout the day. Get your must-do rides first. So now you can keep going that way and ride Tiana's Bayou Adventure or Thunder Mountain when it opens and do rider switch because your toddler can't go on either of those rides, nor would they want to. But since it's just her and me, we're going to do something else. We could do Magic Carpets of Aladdin because it is a Dumbo style attraction. However, the lines don't usually get super long in the afternoon, usually under 30 minutes. And also last time she rode it, she got very scared. Granted, it was about a year ago, but still, I don't know if I want to risk that today. So we're going to actually go this way. But yeah, you could do big rides like Tiana's Bayou Adventure or Thunder Mountain right now. When Thunder Mountain opens, it's currently closed until summer. And get Rider Switch. Rider Switch is where you go to a cast member at the entrance of the ride and you ask for a Rider Switch and they will scan 2 tickets, one for the person waiting with the child and another for whoever else. And the rest of your party goes on the ride, waits in the standby queue if you don't have Lightning Lane. And while they're on the ride, you can do other things. Like you can do Pirates, you can do the Magic Carpets of Aladdin, you can do Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room, you can just sit and eat. Like there's beignets over there by Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which I recommend. And when the rest of your family gets off the ride, you can go on the ride through the Lightning Lane and you can take someone with. So like our oldest daughter, our 10-year-old usually gets to do it twice. So yeah, Rider Switch is a very convenient way to make the most of your day, even when you have a toddler. So it's just me, I can't do Rider Switch for Tiana's Bayou Adventure. So we are going to be heading through Liberty Square here. Now, if you thought I'm heading this way to go on Haunted Mansion, you'd be wrong, because as much Haunted Mansion has no height requirement. It's a slow-moving omni-mover attraction. However, it is dark, and she gets scared of the ride pretty easily. So, I don't really want to put her through that. We're going to skip Haunted Mansion and go into Fantasyland and start checking things off in that land, because that's really the land for her. Haunted Mansion has a 30-minute wait right now, and it's about 10 o'clock, so an hour after opening. But what doesn't have a 30-minute wait is It's a Small World. We're also not doing Peter Pan because, like I said earlier, that is one that you rope drop. Right now it is a 45-minute wait, and as magical as the queue is, it's hard to do 45 minutes with a toddler. You get it, right? And if you need a diaper change, there's the Tangled bathrooms right here, which are my favorite restrooms and everyone's favorite restrooms. So well themed. Got Rapunzel's tower up there. But the stroller parking is just to the left of It's a Small World, and looks like the line is starting to get pretty long. So now is the time to do it. All lines are going to start getting long from here on out. Okay, so It's a Small World. Here we go. Looks like the queue is come out into the walkway. It's not the best sign, but it says a 5-minute wait. I'm guessing a 10-minute wait at this point. Still, 10 minutes is okay. It's a Small World. It's a slow-moving boat ride that takes you around the world and gets a song stuck in your head. It's great. It's perfect. This is a perfect ride for little kids. And if you eat at Pinocchio's Village House, you can look at the ride from the window. Small World is now 25 minutes. Yeah, very important to get here early because every day is a busy day here at Magic Kingdom, at least since I've lived here, which has been a year and a half. We've been here an hour so far and we've gotten 2 rides completed. That's pretty good. I mean, if we got here earlier, we would have had like 5 rides done, but you know, it happens. So next we are heading more into Fantasyland. We could do the carousel, but it normally doesn't have that long of a wait, so we'll hold that till later. And we're gonna head into what was once called New Fantasyland, and I just think it's more Fantasyland now, where Belle's Village is and the Little Mermaid is, and we're gonna go on the Little Mermaid ride. They do have Enchanted Tales with Belle, which is where you get to do a story time with Princess Belle, and it's an amazing attraction. It's very magical, but it's more for a little bit older than my 2-year-old here. So it's more like for preschool through elementary age, or just adults who love Beauty and the Beast. So we're not gonna be doing that today, but we're gonna walk through Belle's Village because I love it. Okay. Long Line at Gaston's Tavern, which they do have amazing, ginormous cinnamon rolls. I highly recommend it. So I wonder what the wait time is for Little Mermaid. And I love the queue because it's in Eric's castle. 10-minute wait. All right, let's do it because it's gonna go up a little bit later. Little Mermaid's Undersea Adventure is an omni-mover attraction, which means it's always moving where you're sitting in a clamshell. And it's awesome for little kids and those who love Little Mermaid. Even when there is kind of a long queue, it's very pretty and it goes by pretty quick.
Around on those, what do you call them? Oh, feet.
People is lucky, they for a worse of fate. Yes, indeed. La la la, in that side, they need to shake.
Okay, super cute. She loved it. She's very cuddly right now when we're on rides. So I love it. I'll take it this stage, right? Take it while I can get it. And now, since we're so close, I think we're gonna head to Storybook Circus because there's the Dumbo ride, Dumbo playground, and characters. So mommy needs a break. It's good to pace throughout the day. That's my best tip, is to pace. So we did 3 rides in 2 hours. Some of my best track record. Again, very important to get here early. Also in Storybook Circus, you have characters, which I guess Goofy and Minnie are meeting out here in front of Storybook Circus, maybe because Santa is still inside. I don't know. Hour wait to meet the characters. Yeah, we're okay. I guess we're not doing that right now. Maybe we can fit that in later. During parade time's also a good time to meet characters. Okay, it's 20 minutes for Dumbo right now at 11 o'clock. Stroller parking is just to the right. And you may be thinking, what playground? There's no playground here. It's actually in between the 2 elephant Dumbo rides. So you can get in line, go play in the playground, and then when you're ready to hop back in line to go on the ride, you can just do that. And if you pay close attention, there are peanuts in the sidewalk. Because, you know, elephants like peanuts. The thing about the playground though is that you do have to wait in line to get to it. And this line does not move quickly. I've seen several families with small children ditch the line just because it doesn't move very easily. So it's kind of rough. So the thing is, like, everyone in your party has to come in the playground, and you can be in here as long as you want, and then you join the line. Then you join the line when you're ready to go on the ride. Hi, Dumbos. And while you sit here and wait, it's 11:30, so this is a great time to mobile order your food, and you can select a time for when you think you're going to be hungry. That's what's so great about mobile ordering, is that you can plan ahead, and you can always modify your time if you change your mind or if you can't make it to that window. Don't mobile order when you're hungry, because time slots do fill up. So there's no guarantee you'll be able to mobile order at the time you are hungry. So it's good to just do it ahead of time whenever you have a moment to do it. And as soon as we got back in the Dumbo line, we had a meltdown. She doesn't want to face forward. Danielle! Mommy, Mom. Okay. There we go. Woo. So that was a meltdown that happened, both in the queue after the playground and on the ride. Toddlers, right? Happens. Like, we've been on Dumbo before, she's loved it before, and it was not successful this time. So you never know what's gonna happen. But it's okay. What would I have done differently? Probably given her more snacks to eat, or not got on the ride. So now, anyways, it's time for us to eat. Sit down, take a break, eat, and there's a guy with a cool castle hat. I don't know if you can see that. That is awesome. Anyways, I'm gonna head back to the Tangled restrooms because I have found the best healthy quick service meal under $10. So at any quick service restaurant, adults can order from the kids menu. Yep, that's right. And it's usually under $10. Can't really beat that price. And I discovered that you can get salmon with two sides, rice and cuties is what I pick, or you can put french fries or green beans at Columbia Harbor House. And you get a drink. If you don't tend to eat very much and you don't have the dining plan, that is a great option. Save some money. So let's head on over to Tangled restrooms for a diaper change. Not mine, but hers. Not yet potty trained. But if you are in the potty training phase, I recommend the Baby Care Center, which is not just for babies. They have a toilet in there that's very toddler friendly. They also have diaper changing stations, feeding areas, a little place to get out of the crowds and watch some TV. They have bottle warmers there too if you have a little one. They also have things for sale like sunscreen, diapers, wipes, all that. Is Magic Kingdom's Baby Care Center the best baby care center? No, it's not. It's actually pretty small for how many littles are actually in this park. So it gets really busy. So I'm just gonna head to the Tangled bathrooms. Let's check the wait times. So we got 55 minutes for Peter Pan, 25 again for Small World. Probably won't go up too much beyond that. I could be wrong. And then Columbia Harbor House, which is where I'm going to eat lunch, is right down there. Okay, diaper change check. Columbia Harbor House has a lot of seafood, other things too, like chicken strips, and it's a good option. There's a lot of fried food though, so my tummy doesn't always love the smell of inside, but still, it's a good option. And it's right next to Haunted Mansion. And you technically can bring your stroller in, but there's a lot of tables, it's hard to maneuver. So I recommend parking your stroller outside first, which is where the Haunted Mansion stroller parking is. I may have oversold it. This is like half the size that was in the picture. But It comes with a clementine, rice, and hey, a free drink. Not free drink, but a drink. The upstairs is really nice. And you get cute little windows here. Ah, yeah. Okay, lunch complete. Another tip I have is to linger when you are sitting down for meals. It's okay to take your time. Enjoy the break. I did. So was my salmon good? Yeah, it was. Was it worth $10 or just under $10? Probably not. I don't know. It was like half a salmon. It did not nourish me as much as I wanted it to. So I would spring for the extra few dollars to get the full meal. That way you can be hopefully full. Thankfully we have snacks because, you know, toddler. So I ate some pirate booty and some applesauce and spilled some on my shirt. So that's the mark of a mom, right? Is when you have food on your shirt, usually from your kid. Now we have a little over an hour till parade starts, and I think she will very much enjoy it, because I do. So we'll meander over this way and go on a ride before finding a spot for the parade. And we're gonna go on the carousel because it is a filler attraction. There's a lot of those around here. There's right next to the carousel, there's Mickey's PhilharMagic, which is not a ride, but it is a 3D film experience. It can get loud though, so if you have a little sensitive to that, just be aware. I don't know if we're gonna do it because she gets a little scared because it is so loud, so we'll see. But you also got Country Bear Jamboree, which is a good choice, fun music. And Enchanted Tiki Room, which is actually on my agenda to do. All these filler attractions, because right now wait times they're pretty high. Most rides have over 30-minute wait, and 30 minutes is hard for a 2-year-old. So the carousel has a 5-minute wait, so we'll go do that. So pretty through here. Oh my gosh, sea of strollers. I actually don't know what these strollers are parked for. Maybe Cinderella's Royal Table. I don't know. But stroller parking is on the other side of the carousel. I don't think has ever been on this one. At least I don't think I've been on it with her. So we'll see how this goes. Do you want to ride it? No? My other tip, don't force your kid to go on a ride, especially around their nap time, which is now. So, we're just gonna chill. We're gonna go to Main Street and just hang out a bit, I guess. Because she might take a nap before the parade happens. I don't know. Yeah, if you're coming here with a toddler, which I'm sure you will be because that's what this video is about, I know you are spending a lot of money to come to Disney. It is so expensive. And it can be amazing when you have a kid that's toddler age, right? You can experience things through them. They see them just sparkle when they see characters or go on favorite rides and everything. But they're also a wild card. So you won't get to do everything that you have planned. I had a lot more planned today that we're not going to get to do. So sometimes you just got to choose your battles. And getting her to ride the carousel, even though I've never been on it with her and I'd like to, it's just not a battle I want to fight. And that's okay. We're still making memories. We're still having fun. So let's go watch a castle show. That sounds like a good use of our time right now. And people are already sitting out front for it. It's a cute show with Mickey and the gang and visitors from Tangle and Princess and the Frog and Frozen. So it's really cute, especially if your little one has seen any of those movies. That's another thing, to get them more familiar with the characters before they meet them, like at a meet and greet. Have them watch movies or shows with them in it. Get them used to seeing their faces, so they'll either shy away or they'll be super excited and give them hugs. Oh, I didn't plan to go see this, but this is perfect because it starts in 3 minutes.
I don't know where we're going.
Which actually, I never noticed the sign right here. That's nice. You can also find out when the times are in the app. But yeah, that's what's called Mickey's Magical Friendship Fair.
Hi, everybody. We're so glad you're here. It's time for fun. You know what I'm saying? Makes you feel alright. Donald Duck, what have you done? You ever lose sight of being your own person? Let's go where the magic feels like home.
Okay, now seems like a good time to find a spot for the parade. And I think we got it. So the parade starts at Tiana's Bayou Adventure and then makes its way around this way in front of the castle. And while we wait, this seems like a perfect time to go over all the things that we bring. First, snacks. That's pretty much the most important part of your day at Disney with a toddler. Next, bottle. We use this one. Just bring whatever's most convenient and the one that your toddler is used to. Bottle leash. Yeah, that keeps you from losing so many bottles. It only took 3 kids for me to figure that out. I'll put a link to all these in the description below. The all-important stroller. Now this is a double stroller because we have 3 kids and even our 8-year-old gets tired of walking because you do a lot of that here at Disney World. So there's a little seat for her if she needs it. Carabiners. Yes, these are great for holding your diaper bag on the stroller. And speaking of diaper bag, this one they don't sell anymore, but I would pack a big diaper bag so that you have everything you need. You can pack snacks, drinks, changes of clothes, diaper stuff, all that, and you can take it on any ride. And if your toddler is still in diapers, changing pad, wipes, which is great for when you have kids of any age, diapers, naturally, if you have a toddler still in diapers. Change of clothes. I usually pack 2 changes of clothes. And I have this little pouch here, so that's what fits in there, and it's really nice. I love how it's see-through, and of course, a Disney theme, specifically Cinderella, because that's our princess. Water bottle for mom and dad. I use Owala because they have Disney themed ones. Little toys for waiting in line or while you're sitting at a table service restaurant. These are great. Little pouch for anything extra, like disposable bibs. Yes, toddlers still need this, as you know. And to help with boredom, like while you're in line or while you're waiting for parade, this is great because it has a attached pen and she can color. She loves coloring. Or for actual coloring, there's No Mess coloring books, which are fantastic. Love these. And if you are using the My Disney Experience app or taking pictures with your phone, you're going to drain your battery. So, battery pack, very important, which is what I'm actually going to be using now. And like I said, I'm going to put links to all that in the description below for your shopping convenience. Also for the stroller, I recommend either bringing your own or renting one from Kingdom Strollers. Don't rent the Disney ones, especially for toddlers or younger, because they are hard plastic things that are terrible nap strollers. And renting a comfortable Kingdom stroller like one of these is actually cheaper. So check out Kingdom Strollers. I'll link them in the description below too. And as a resource for you, I actually have a free attraction guide which has all the height requirements for each park in the description. It's completely free. But if you need extra planning, I actually have a Disney World planning guide specifically for families, which includes that attraction guide, plus reviews on all of the resorts, dining guide, all of that. So check the description for that. It's just $15 and you get to save 10%. So it's a win-win. This has actually worked out to be the perfect time to get a spot because now it's so busy and it's just 15 minutes later. So right after the castle show, get a spot for the parade right in front of the castle. It is like 70 degrees, so the weather is awesome, but the sun still feels pretty warm. So I can imagine that the summer, it's not the best place. You're ready. What? Look, he's behind them. Yeah. Green, yeah. Ariel. Pirate. Arrgh. There's Prince Philip. And the seven dwarfs. Donald. Okay, was that fun? Did you like it? She was dancing, waving at characters. It was so cute. Oh my goodness. So great thing to get a spot on the curb with little ones so that the characters can interact with them. Like, it's so magical, especially if they are dressed like a character in the parade. Like, she's dressed like Cinderella, and so Cinderella gave her a little special attention. So, and a girl sitting next to me, Rapunzel, gave her special attention because she's wearing the Rapunzel dress. So definitely get a good curb spot. And warning, when you do, people are gonna crowd in. Like, I couldn't move. There was someone's legs touching my back, and that was awkward and uncomfortable. Like, people crowd in at the last moment. Like, I don't know what the solution is to that, but just be aware, kind of make extra room around you so that hopefully no one will crowd in. I don't know the best way to do that because people don't seem to care. So just warning you now. It's nice having the stroller because that kind of creates a buffer. But otherwise, like, I was sitting next to the stroller and still people were just everywhere. Okay, now that the parade is over, this is kind of like the worst time to go ride a ride. However, like I said, the filler attractions like Country Bear Jamboree, Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room, Carousel of Progress, Hall of Presidents, like, those are great filler attractions that you can do even when the crowds are massive, which after parade, that's what happens. I would also avoid the baby care center around this time because that is when it is extra busy. In fact, all the bathrooms also around Main Street after the parade are also extra busy. So if you wait a minute or go to different lands to use the restroom, I would. Okay, we will be heading to Tomorrowland shortly after maybe some of the wait times go down or just the post-parade chaos calms down. For now, we're going to head back to where we started, Adventureland, to go on a filler attraction. Because that is the best thing to do, like I said, after a parade. And while we head over there, let's talk naps. All right, naps are important for toddlers, as I'm sure you are aware. So I think there are essentially 4 options that you have. Option 1, go back to your hotel in the middle of the day. The reason that's not the greatest option is because any hotel you're staying at, if you are here in Magic Kingdom, is far, like really far. It'll take you like over an hour to get there with Disney transportation, or it could anyways. But that will give your toddler the best nap. Option 2, stroller. Do some shopping, so maybe the movement of the stroller lulls your toddler to sleep. Just walk around the park, do some sightseeing, find an air-conditioned restaurant and just sit with your toddler after lunch so they're nice and full and they have everything that they need. This is great when you have a toddler who does well taking naps in their stroller, but it's not great if you have a toddler who has a bad case of FOMO, like this one. You know your kid. Option 3 is that you leave the park. No, I don't mean you leave the park to go back to your hotel. I mean you leave the park to go to a hotel. The hotels near Magic Kingdom are the Contemporary Resort, the Grand Floridian, and the Polynesian. All of them have great lobbies and great places to sit down with your little one, and hopefully they nap. Or they'll get their second wind and go crazy. So, you know, to roll the dice, really. Oh, it looks like she might be falling asleep just with the motion of the stroller. Okay, I might be rethinking what I was planning. And option 4 is you go to a filler attraction. Yes, Enchanted Tiki Room, that can get kind of loud. Country Bear Jamboree, or even going on It's a Small World, because it's a long ride. Will it be a long nap? Nope, probably not. But it will be a nap, and I think even 15 minutes is better than no nap at all. Am I right? So those are your 4 options that I have found. If you have any other options, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to share wisdom. You know your kid best and what you think that would work best. However, that does not mean it will, because you are on vacation, so anything is possible. Okay, she loved it. She thought it was really cute, and then, she fell asleep. And then the thunderstorm happened and woke her right up. So she got about 60 seconds of sleep. That's about right. So now she's lounging in her stroller right now. And you may be asking, Christina, I thought you were going to Tomorrowland. Why are you heading towards Pirates? Well, because I don't want to come back to Adventureland, and I saw a toy in there, a new toy that I'm super excited about, and she was super excited about. So I'll show you that now. Yes, they have Pirate Mickey and Friends bath toys, and we are getting them. Minnie's sleeping. Okay, well, Minnie's gonna take a nap. We'll see if a 2-year-old will. All right, it is 4:30 right now, and Pirates is a 25-minute wait time. It was 40 right after the parade. So it should continue to go down though. Same with a lot of rides. As dinner time hits and, okay, like in an hour it'll go down. Dinner time hits and people start getting ready for all the nighttime festivities. I think Starlight Nighttime Parade is at 7:30 tonight or around there. Anyway, so what are we doing next? I'm not sure. I want to head to Tomorrowland, so at least we can say we've been there. She may have gotten her second win. So if that's the case, we'll do People Mover and then call it a day. Otherwise, we'll see. So Magic Carpet kind of got a long wait. It's about half an hour. So that's typical throughout the day, especially the peak times of the day. The on and off boarding system is just, it takes a while, just like Dumbo. It's a low capacity ride. That's why the wait is usually long. I will not be staying all day because I don't have to. But if you are staying all day, I recommend just keep checking in the wait times. See what is under 30 minutes. Do those filler attractions like I said. I recommend also eating at a sit-down meal at the end of your Magic Kingdom day, because it is a lot of walking, it's a lot of sensory, it's a lot of lots, especially for your little one. So it might be good to have a sit-down meal to look forward to. Skipper Canteen is a good option. Probably the best option in the park. Although actually, Tony's Town Square, which personally I haven't eaten at, but it's Italian, very kid-friendly food. That is at the top of Main Street, and that might be a good option at the end of your Magic Kingdom day. Or Crystal Palace, which is your character dining with Winnie the Pooh and friends. Very toddler friendly. Like, that is the most toddler friendly character meal here at Magic Kingdom. Of course, there's also Cinderella's Royal Table, but that's hard to get in. And Be Our Guest, as beautiful as it is not the most toddler friendly. And Crystal Palace is buffet style. It's weird hearing Christmas music still in January. January 13th is the day. Happy birthday to my father-in-law. So yeah, just coast throughout your evening into nighttime. You'll want to do your must-do rides first thing in the morning, so those are done. So the rest is just, you know, easy peasy. You just flow with what your family needs or your toddler needs. The best tip I can give you, which I say in all my videos when you come in with little kids, is not to do everything. Don't try to do everything. Don't plan out every second of your day. Or you could, but just make it flexible. Don't carve anything out in stone, because it won't work. And as we head into Tomorrowland, I do want to talk about lightning lanes, because they are essentially a way to purchase front of the line access on the rides. It's hard to do lightning lanes with a toddler because it gives you a time commitment that you have to stick with. I mean, there's a little bit of a grace period, but you have an hour to get to that attraction. And I'm all about not walking so much. So if you're in Tomorrowland and your lightning lane is for Tiana's Bayou, completely on the other side of the park, it's a lot of walking with little kids. And you're just gonna get exhausted more. So if this is a once in a lifetime trip, yeah, get lightning lanes. Otherwise, I don't recommend it. Well, I don't recommend it with little kids. It's just a lot to keep for them to keep up with. But if you do it, you do it. It's great, and you'll take advantage of it here at Magic Kingdom, because there are lots of rides to do that on. You want to go on the People Mover? It's the People Mover. Do you want to do it? Okay, let's do it. Yeah. Also note that your toddler, if they're under 3, they do not need lightning lanes because they get in for free. So they just kind of join with the family. Now, I've been asked if you, like, let's say there's just you and your spouse with your toddler. Can only one of you get lightning lanes and then the other uses rider switch throughout the day? Technically, yeah, but I don't recommend it because not very many rides offer rider switch. Actually, I'm going to put the link, the official Disney link of which rides do, in the description. But there's a lot of rides that offer lightning lane. So if you all want to go on like Peter Pan's flight together and only one of you has a lightning lane, well, you can't. Even though your toddler can totally do it, you can't go as a family because you only have one person with lightning lane. So if you're going to get lightning lanes, everyone gets lightning lanes. That's what I would recommend. Hollywood Studios, that's a little different because there's so many big attractions that offer rider switch. There's only 2 that don't offer rider switch, but that offer lightning lanes. There's Toy Story Mania and Mickey's Runaway Railway, which your toddler can go on. So you can just wait in the standby line for those rides and then do a rider switch and one person do lightning lane for the other rides. But at the same time, those, because they're such big rides, the lightning lanes get taken quickly. So you may only have the family-friendly rides available for lightning lanes. Does that make sense? If it doesn't, leave a comment. Maybe you can explain it better, but I hope that makes sense. Okay, there's the People Mover, or the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover as the technical name. So when you look in the app, don't look for under P, look for under T for some reason. Okay, this line is not bad at all. All right, so there it is. After parade, do a filler attraction, and then you can do People Mover because, yeah, this is like 10 minutes, not even.
Blue Line, non-stop service around Tomorrowland.
It goes a little fast from the beginning, so it might be a little scary for your little one. But it has great views of Tomorrowland, Space Mountain, Tron, and the castle.
Two of my
So
favorite
pretty.
spots. This is always my favorite part.
She's getting heavier.
Now is the time. Now is the best.
Well, that's always a fun ride. I think it might be my favorite. And if you just want to break, somewhere to sit on the ground and chill with your little one, the Hub is a fantastic place. You have this right here. and then you have another spot area over there. So this was my plan today, and it went pretty much according to plan. A little hiccup in the very beginning, but otherwise we got most of the things we wanted to do today. Well, most things I want to do today, let's be real. We chilled a lot, we paced ourselves, and that is my ultimate tip, is arrive early, 30 minutes before park open, do your must-do attractions, and then just coast throughout the day, doing the ebb and flow of what your family is feeling or what your little one is feeling. Because when you go to Disney with a toddler, it's a lot, but you got this. I believe in you. Give yourself grace. Take a time out if you need to, either your toddler or you, and just enjoy the magical experience, because that's really what it's about. It's about making memories, and take lots of pictures because you're gonna want to remember it, even in the meltdowns. But I hope this was helpful, showing you what you can do at Magic Kingdom with a toddler. And if you have any questions, and if it was helpful for you, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. And if you want more help planning your Disney vacation with little ones, check my other videos. I have lots of videos about coming to Disney with either a baby or a toddler, and more coming soon in all the parks. Don't forget to check the description for all my affiliate links and my Disney World planning guide for families, or my free attraction guide too. That is a great help when you are in the midst of your planning. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button for more family vacation tips, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a magical day and a happily ever after. Bye.